And I'm really glad you're here with us.
Well, I am not there, but thank you for the sentiment.
Yeah. I guess what my issue is right now is...
Yes? What is your issue? And what volume and number is it?
I feel like I've been following my excitement with the intention that I would find something that I could be involved in that would also reward me financially.
Is there a but in this?
Where's a but?
Now, do you understand, again, how you said that? Listen to the sentence. I am following my excitement with the intention of finding something to do that will reward me financially. Boy, are you putting the cart before the horse a couple of times. Removed. You're going about it backwards.
Obviously.
Backwards. Backwards. Has any of the ideas that we have discussed this day of your time allowed you to start to rethink this concept?
Yeah, I've been thinking. Yes.
All right. The idea, again, is this. All of you pay attention. You are all already abundant. Infinitely abundant. You must allow yourself to understand the idea of acting on your joy, the idea of feeling the energy of excitement within you is its own sufficient idea. You are making it conditional. I'll be happy if. I'll be happy when. You see? If this happens, when that happens, I'll be happy is what you're actually saying. That's the equation you are creating. If you know that you simply want to be joyful, happy, excited, and in that state, the state will allow your reality to reflect abundance and other forms of expression of excitement. But you cannot choose to be happy because it will do that. That's conditional. You need to be unconditional, which means, in a nutshell, in simplest terms, that you choose to be in a state of ecstasy just because that's what you prefer, for no other reason other than that's what you prefer. I am doing what I am doing, communicating to yours and other societies because it is my joy. I would do it if there was only one person listening. I would do it if no one was listening. I do not make my joy and my expression of my joy conditional. And because I make it unconditional, because I allow it to be unconditional, there are always people to talk with. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to plan for it. I just have to express my joy for no other reason than that's who I am. I don't need another reason. I don't need it to do anything for me. I do it because it is me. And there is no better reason than that. When I do it because it is me, then things happen. The universe reflects that it is me in all the ways that it can. A misunderstanding that many of you have, perhaps more accurately, a misdefinition. Many of you focus on the idea of careers, goals, achievements, purpose. What is my mission in life? What is my purpose? When will it lead to this? When will it lead to that? How will it bring me abundance? How will it do this? How will it support me? You only have one purpose. All of you. You have the same purpose. Different, but the same. Your only purpose is to be who you are to the best that you can be. Because you are unique. You have never been this you before. You will never be this you again. This you only has one life to live. Therefore, your purpose, your mission, your goal is to be this you in the best possible way you can. You know how to be. That's it. That's it. That's your mission. That's your purpose. That's your goal. That's it. So take the weight off your shoulders, all of you. You have no other mission, no other purpose, no other goal. That's it. Just to be you. That's it. Now, what you call projects, careers, goals, achievements, these are your chosen methods of expressing the goal of being yourself, but they are not the goal. They are not the mission. They are not the purpose. You are the mission, to just be you. However you choose to express that is up to you. We would suggest that you choose to express it in the way you believe is most harmoniously aligned and representative with the joy of who you are. But those things you do are not the goals. When you thus then simply choose to be who you are, then everything will be there that needs to be there. Abundance, what have you. But we have recently shared with you one of the most important principles about the idea of abundance. Because first of all, remember that abundance can, well, obviously, especially on your planet, mean the idea you call money. That's a valid way to represent exchange and abundance. It's not the only way. The idea of abundance really is simply the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it, period. That's abundance. But you don't have to necessarily assume that it always requires money. Sometimes money is actually the longest route. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is. So the idea is to let it be and drop the insistence that it must be this way so that abundance can come to you in any way that it needs to represent the path of least resistance and the most expansive expression. Now, the tool we have recently shared, the axiom, the principle we have recently shared that is a very key critical principle about how to allow abundance to expand specifically in your life is this. When you can learn to do more with less, you will then be able to do less and get more. One more time, pay attention. This is absolutely critical. When you understand this, you will really understand manifestation regarding the idea of abundance. I'll say it one more time. Write it down if you want to. It is an absolutely key functional principle. When you learn that you can do more with less, you will then be able to do less and get more. As an example that we gave, if there is a person that fancies themselves an artist, you know, yes, you can be an artist with fancy paints, fancy pens and pencils and computers, yes, but if all you have is a burnt stick, a charcoal stick burnt in the fire and scratched on a cave wall, you are no less an artist. If you judge that the burnt stick somehow doesn't allow you to be an artist, as much of an artist as the person with all the high technology, that is where you get yourselves into trouble and where you short-circuit your ability to attract abundance. When you can do as much as you possibly can imagine you can do with what you have, when you can do more with less, if you just have the burnt stick and you create beautiful images with the burnt stick, do as much as you can with the burnt stick, create beautiful sculptures with the burnt stick, then that act will radiate out and will attract to you other individuals, other circumstances who will then begin to interact with that level of energy, that level of conviction you put out, and that will bring you more opportunity to get more by doing less. And don't you observe in general that the most quote-unquote accomplished artists among you can actually just squiggle a few lines and it's considered a masterpiece worth millions? Don't you notice that in the evolution of many of your most powerful artists? They begin simple, they go through complexity, but usually they come back to simplicity when they are advanced. They have learned that by doing as much as they could with what little they had to begin with, they now have to do very little to get quite a lot. That's the principle. Apply it in every field and every endeavor. There is always a counterpart in every field you can think of. You understand?
I'm understanding.
Does this help you then?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
You are welcome a lot.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
All right, I have a few questions. Well, actually just one major one.
All right, one major question. Speak up, maybe bold, so that all may hear what you have to share.
All right, I was driving home from work one night,
Yes.
and I first saw one orange light.
Yes.
I was driving down the road about 20 miles more. Right as I get to my house, I see one light, an orange light, it disappears.
Yes.
Another orange light, it disappears.
Yes.
Another orange light, and then that's it.
Yes.
Could you elaborate for me what that could have been?
Well, all right, but first I will ask you a question. May I?
Sure.
Thank you. We perceive that you have in your area a facility that you call an airport nearby, yes?
Yes.
Most likely, right now, there is an airplane taking off from that airport going somewhere, yes?
Yes.
All right. I ask you, where is it going and who's on that plane? Well, where's it going and who's on that plane? Can you tell me?
No.
Why not?
I don't think I understand the question.
Oh, yes, you do. It's very simple. I am asking you, who are the individuals, what are their names that are on that airplane, and what city is that airplane going to? Do you know?
No.
Why not? Your response is, well, because, Bashar, I don't keep track of all the comings and goings of all the airplanes and all the people in my area, so I don't know. And my response to you is, I don't keep track of all the spaceships coming and going. And so I don't always know who's doing what and where they're doing it.
I guess that makes sense.
Do you understand?
But could you please tell me what kind of ship it could have been, if it was one?
You will find that what you perceived as we scan your energy and pick up the clues from there is that you were seeing an interdimensional shift of a type of craft that was not fully in your physical reality. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does.
Now, we are saying, of course, there are no accidents. Timing and synchronicity is everything. And of course, there is a relationship, an energetic relationship between the idea of you being at that place at that time to witness that particular energy shift of that particular group and craft. But the idea mostly is that, at least as we can scan in your energy right now, it was a relatively innocuous coming and going, a relatively innocuous passing through. But for you, there is the residual effect of helping you to awaken, to become more sensitive to higher levels of energy so that you can understand that you can expand your senses into those levels and see more things that are beyond the physical. Do you understand?
Yes, I
do. That is
do.
one of the reasons why it happened in that place and time, to stretch your senses. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
And I will give you this much, you are actually quite familiar with those crafts and those beings.
Well,
Sleep on it. All right?
okay.
Let it sink in, ask your guides for assistance, and sleep on it and see what you get.
Okay.
Visualize the orange lights that you saw. Just open yourself up, ask for information. You will get it, usually within what you call 72 hours. All right?
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Caught me off guard.
all right.
It's a joy to share with you, and
And you as well.
And I would like to invite you into my dreams as I'm sleeping periodically. You're welcome to come.
We will go where we know we have access and permission. Nothing will keep us out because we are busybodies.
When we were last together, we shared how I had 1,300 other Marcuses in parallel realities and on
Yes.
this earth. Can you give me some?
You'll now have 1,750.
I appreciate that. And can you share with me some information? I'd love to have them share with me some sight I may, or
Well, they do all the time. There is always bleed through from all of your all parallel reality lives, and you go in their direction as well. Their experiences feed you, your experiences feed them. It's just that you don't always recognize the bleed through for what it is, because it has to come to you in a context in which you can apply the information in your reality. So sometimes what you get as simply insights, hunches, inspirations, and other kinds of information may actually be bleed through experiences that your parallel selves may be having that work best for you in the reality that you're in here. You follow me? You're always getting it. There's always cross-communication ongoing all the time, to put it linearly.
If I'm really down and out and highly emotional,
Yes.
can that have a detrimental effect on the others?
No,
Good.
unless they choose it to.
And vice versa.
And vice versa, because you all have equal choice. You are all autonomous. Remember, every part is the whole, functioning as a part. Therefore, everyone experiences what they choose to experience, regardless of what anyone else's experiences may be. They may receive energy and information, but it is up to them to allow it in and process it how they will. You can't do it to them, but they can choose to do it to themselves.
Got it. And as I'm ongoing 20 years teaching with Dr. Leiby here in Colorado.
Yes.
And can you share with me his origins and how you perceive the mission? or
No.
the goal? Can you share his origins?
No.
Can you share how I could better fulfill my participation?
Follow your joy.
To get to my natural self.
Realizing that you are your natural self is what we are talking about. It is not that you have to become your natural self, all of you. It is that you have to remember what your natural self is and start behaving like it. Yes.
Right. So my last question here is, as I follow my joy,
Yes.
does it matter if it's totally immoral? How does morals
How
play into
can
that?
following your excitement and being your natural self be immoral? Can you
Well-
explain how you can allow those concepts to coexist in that definition of natural self?
Thank you for asking. Committing adultery with a woman who's married?
Yes. Well,
Um,
then there is not an expression of your actual highest joy. Did you not understand when we said before that one of the components is clarity of communication?
Right, and anxiety versus excitement.
Yes. And the idea is that when you act on your joy and it involves other relationships, if you are not honest enough to share with all involved who you really are and what it is you really prefer, then you are actually not expressing your true natural self. You must give everyone else the opportunity to decide whether or not who you are is someone they actually want to interact with. You must allow them to follow their joy as well by being honest about what it is that you believe is your joy. Then when you are upfront with everyone, everyone can make a clear, educated, simple decision about what they wish to do in a mutually consenting way, and no one is being kept in the dark. You understand?
I believe I've got that, yes. It's
When someone is
communication.
kept in the dark, then the full light isn't present.
Got it.
Does that help you?
It helps me tremendously.
It's
You're
all
a
about
gem.
integrity.
Yes.
All right. Then you understand. You must first make sure that what you believe you're doing is truly reflective of your actual excitement, or whether it really is an expression of anxiety, because many times humans, no offense, will do things they think are representative of their joy when in fact it's not. They can fool themselves into thinking that it is, and they can gloss over things they would rather not do that really are things they ought to do, and pretend that they are living their joy. But if you are clear that the ideas you are expressing are truly representative of your natural self, then you must understand the only way that that's going to be really expressed in truth is to interact with individuals who also want to interact with you on that level in conscious awareness, and not to force individuals who do not prefer those ideas to interact with you when they would rather be interacting with someone else on another level. You follow me?
I look forward to studying the tape, actually.
Oh, all
to,
right.
To get all that. I'll just cut to the quick.
Yes.
When I ended this love relationship and she rebounded, I got so upset and so like I lost it.
Yes.
I feel like I'm never going to get over it.
Oh, all right. Then never get over it.
Well, to redefine that was acceptable, okay, and okay is really like I'm having a difficult time.
I know, but that's all right. So what? Acknowledge that you are having a difficult time. Allow yourself to experience the feelings that you are experiencing and learn from them. And allow yourself to understand how it is that these experiences may allow you to then determine who you would prefer to be, as opposed to perhaps who you have been. And allow yourself to go on. Simple as that.
I will do that.
All right. It's up
you.
to you. Thank you.
Good day.
And to you, good day.
Yes.
One moment. One moment. One moment. There is now, with respect to the last question, and with respect to many things that may be of importance to many of you, there is now on your planet literature in the form you call a book that would be very efficacious for all of you to read. Rarely do we recommend, but in this case, since it is practically the only one that talks about this subject, and it is insightful in this area and would benefit many of you with regard to the concept of love and relationships, we would suggest strongly that you allow yourself to acquire a book called The Heart's Code. You will understand that not just your brain, but your heart actually has intelligence and memory and communication skills energetically. This will teach you what that is all about and will help you understand how to balance all the things that go through your belief system in your mind with the idea of the certainty of your true self, which comes through the heart energy gate. The Heart's Code. C-O-D-E. Find it, read it. It will help you. Continue.
Okay.
Good day.
Good day, once again.
Oh, is it another day now?
No, but it was
My,
the
how
second
time
time we
flies.
said good day to one another.
Oh, all right.
But actually,
But since everything is the first time, good day.
then good evening.
All right.
Shall we continue?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm interested in hearing your perspective on the phenomenon that came with the passing of Princess Diana.
Yes.
Why so many people were so deeply affected around the world by her death.
Because a legacy was handed to you. Both the individual that you call your Princess Diana and almost simultaneously what you call the Mother Teresa transitioned from physical to non-physical reality, and they symbolize the idea of interaction in beneficial and loving and supportive ways with humanity, what you call humanitarianism acts. They showed you the kinds of things that need to happen on your planet, but they showed you long enough. It's up to you. Take over the mantle. Do the kinds of things they showed you how to do. They have transferred the scepter to you. They have transferred the mantle to you. They have acted as symbols of love, of another, of support, of others, of sharing, of assistance, of help, not taking responsibility for, but being responsible to, being self-empowered, sharing, helping, loving, and then left the physical world so that you wouldn't necessarily simply rely on them to do it, so that you now, if you want that energy to continue, will have to find that energy in each and every one of yourselves and act that way in your own lives more and more every day. That's why. It was a very powerful transition and caused a very, very, very strong ripple in the collective consciousness of your entire planet that gave it a nice little boost in the heart. It stretched you. So stretch. Go with it. Become as they were in all the ways that you possibly can. In the ways that you would like to express that energy. That is how you help others. By being yourself as fully as you can. That is how you help everyone else. Because if you're not you, you can't help anyone. Because you're not there. So first, be you. Then you will be, by your behavior, a shining example that others can be who they are. And that will make all the difference in your world. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Does this help you and answer your question?
Yes.
Was
thank
there
you.
something else?
Yes, there was.
Yes.
It's about the crop circles in England.
Yes.
Can you speak about what or who the energy is that creates them?
We will say this. It is a co-created situation by many different consciousnesses, including all of yours. I will put it to you this way. The energy that is manipulated is the energy of your collective consciousness, of your planet's collective consciousness. The symbols are expressions of the dreaming that is going on, the symbolic dreaming that is going on in your collective consciousness now that it is waking up and talking to itself. There are others, other dimensional beings, extraterrestrial beings, other levels of entities that are also involved in this co-creation. But basically what those symbols represent is the collective consciousness of your entire world speaking to itself, communicating to itself, waking itself up out of a long, 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 long dream into a new dream. A bridge. They are a bridge, a link, they are a language from one reality shift to another. Understand them by energy, understand them by tone, understand them by form, understand them by how they allow you to feel. Understand them by ratio, by mathematics, understand them in any language you wish to, because they are universal in that sense. And they are the language of your universal collective unconsciousness becoming more conscious. You are waking up, and many beings are helping play in those fields. As you say, in the fields of the Lord. Do you follow?
Yes, I do.
At play in the fields of the Lord.
Huh? That's great.
But it is the collective energy. What you all call either Christ consciousness, Buddha nature, Krishna spirit, it doesn't matter what you call it. It is the world spirit that forms the medium through which these energies can thus, and these forms can thus be created.
Can you say why so many of them appear in southern England?
Yes. There is a focal point there that has to do with linking an old age to a new age. Because in ancient England were the remnants of the Druids that were offshoots of ancient Atlantean knowledge, and it became the seat of psychic exploration and societies that formed the link and the bridge into your modern age of the exploration of consciousness and spirituality. You follow me?
I do. Yes.
So it is a very magnetic spot for the idea of carrying through from the old cycle to the new cycle. There are other areas, and it is spreading around your planet, but that is one of the main focal points and one of the earliest points, because it represents one of the earliest gates and vortices through which the energy of the old world was preserved and kept for a time when it would then be applicable and available to the new age that you are creating. Does that help you?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. At this timing, we must now extend once again to each and every one of you our deep appreciation in allowing for the co-creation of this transmission, this link and bridge between our civilization and your own. Once again, each and every time this is co-created, it affords an expansion of our understanding of all the ways the infinite can express itself, and we thank you for this unconditionally loving gift. Our unconditional love to each and every one of you, and remember, you are never alone. You have guides, you have friends, you have help. Open up, be vulnerable, because total vulnerability is total self-empowerment, because you open up to the infinite, and when you open up to the infinite, you are infinitely supported. Vulnerability is strength, paradox is power. Thank you for choosing to be yourselves. Our unconditional love, and good day.